You're watching Batesi TV.
The State Education Department is now turning its attention to private schools that are willing to open Class 11 for the 2025-2026 academic session, following an unprecedented increase in students who have passed the Secondary School Living Certificate examination this year. Bapante Langje Karshandi, Director of Secondary and Higher Education, informed the media after a meeting with district school education officers that the government has directed the SEO to collect and submit data on private schools interested in opening Class 11. Based on this data, the government will take a decision on granting approval to help ease the pressure on existing higher secondary institutions.
So today we had a very elaborate discussion and many points were discussed with them. So the first point was with regards to the upgradation of the 4 government secondary schools to high secondary schools. So that will be taken up by the government. So over and above that also we had discussed 2 other issues. Number one is with regards to the intake capacity. So we had instructed all the DSEOs to actually supply the admission forms for different streams in which all these respective institutions want to upgrade. So in accordance with that, depending on the response from the students, then the DSOs will actually take a call on whether the proposal for introduction of new streams in the existing institution needs to be done or not. So accordingly, we've taken feedback from all the DSEOs, and some of the DSEOs had also spoken about the number of students that they are anticipating. So accordingly, many of the DSEOs have actually, they've actually supplied the admission forms, and they believe that by now they would have a rough assessment of the students that would come to their colleges or the institutions. So in accordance with that, we have decided that, taking into consideration the number of students, because like for example, if you get just 8 or 10 students, then that would actually not justify, because for 8 to 10 students, opening up of a new stream will have to appoint as many as 4 to 5 teachers, so that will not be justifiable. So depending on the number of students, like for example, if you get at least 30 to 40 students, say for example opening up of a new stream in science in any government high secondary school, then that proposal can be sent to us. Accordingly, we will take the approval of the cabinet, and after the cabinet approval is being given, then we will also give instructions to all the DSEOs to go ahead with the admission process, to go ahead with the new academic session, and for the time being, till the regular recruitment is being done, then the temporary appointment can be given to all the teachers. So another point which we discussed was with regards to opening up of new shifts. So like for example in Bakmara, the DSEO informed that the response from the students with regards to opening of morning shift is very good. Like for example in Bakmara, considering these 2 institutions, Bagmara Government High Secondary School and Captain Williamson Sangma Memorial College. So we are expecting as many as 350 students. So for that, we have instructed the DSEO to send us the proposal, and accordingly that will be taken up before the cabinet. As of now, we had given instructions to all the DSEOs to actually go ahead with the supplying the admission forms to all the students. So in accordance with this, because tomorrow all the proposals will be finalized by the DSEOs before we take it up with the cabinet. So by tomorrow, when all the proposals for opening up of new streams and opening up of new shifts have been received by the DSEOs, then the government will take a call on when to actually close the admission and to also start, or fixing the date for the start of the new academic session. As per the calculation that we did earlier, taking into consideration the number of government institutions that we have. So initially we experienced that there was a shortfall, but we have taken into account the number of private institutions that we have with us. So going by the data and the number of private institutions that we have, so the data shows that the numbers will actually be sufficient to accommodate all the students, including the upcoming CBSE results and also the ICSE results.
So you're not short of schools, I mean, students.
Sorry?
We're not short of seats for schools.
See, if we combine both the government institutions and also the private institutions, because I'll tell you, even private institutions also, like for example, the private secondary schools. So last time we had instructed all the DSEOs to actually collect the data of all those private secondary schools who are willing to upgrade. So many of these government secondary schools are actually willing to upgrade to class 11. So taking into account this factor also, we should be safe. See, we are looking at 1st of June, all right, but of course a final decision will be taken. But as our Commissioner and Secretary had informed just now that we are looking at 1st June for the start of the new academic session. But a definite date will be given once the proposals are submitted by all the DSEOs tomorrow.